Hello everyone, today is Wednesday the 18th of March 2020 and I'm back with another coronavirus update. Yesterday I didn't have a charger cable for my computer because my old one was broken and my charger cable came at 9 o'clock this morning. I bought it yesterday afternoon and it came at 9 o'clock this morning with no charge. Anyway, let's get into the video. And let's start with the numbers. As of recording this video, I will put the most up-to-date ones on the screen when I'm editing, but right now there are 198,612 cases of the coronavirus worldwide. Almost 200,000 now, that's crazy. And a total of 7,988 deaths. Yesterday, Italy once again topped the list with 3,526 new cases of the coronavirus. And Italy yesterday added 345 new deaths, followed by Germany with 2,095 new cases. Germany is well on its way to 10,000 cases. And Spain with 1,884 new cases. So pretty much Italy, Germany, Spain, and then the USA, 1,884 new cases yesterday. I thought the USA had it under control. I thought they weren't going to get it, but
we'll see what happens, but we have the greatest doctors in the world. We have it very much under control.
And next on the list is Iran with 1,178 new cases and France with 1,097 new cases. The UK, 407 new cases. So the UK hasn't yet got to the 1,000 daily new cases mark, but it will, I'm sure, because later I'll talk about the UK. But yeah, it will. But now there are so many countries on the list with more than 1,000 new cases every day. China only recorded a total of 13 cases today. So yeah, if that number updates, I'll put the new number here, but China updated today with 13 new cases out of 1.4 billion people. Not sure how I feel about that, but everywhere's still on lockdown, people are still wearing masks, so think about that however you want, okay. Someone sent me a video about being in quarantine, what it's like, and this is their video from day 3. It's a joke, check it out. Okay, so the Euro 2020 has been postponed, which is good because I don't feel that it's going to be over by then. And how can you prepare? How can you get ready for it when everywhere's on lockdown, there's travel bans, travel restrictions? So I think it's right to cancel the Euro 2020 until next year. Harry and Meghan have been exposed to the coronavirus because Idris Elba has been confirmed to have the virus.
Hey, what's up guys? So look, this morning I got some test results back for coronavirus and it came back positive.
So Harry and Meghan now are going into isolation, as they should, because they don't want to pass it on to any more people. They are quite high profile people, and the people they meet, you know, they're always shaking hands and hugging people. It's like, oh, it's in the celebrity world, I'm sure it's very easy to pass on this virus. I'm just waiting until we hear the first, you know, major celebrity death. I think at that point, people around the world will start to really freak out. Obviously, I'd like to hope that no one gets it, but again, like I said, what I'm seeing is a lot of people don't care, so I don't know. It's difficult to have sympathy when people just don't care. It's like those people who cross the road when they shouldn't, you know, when they get hit by a car. It's quite difficult to feel anything, isn't it? It's like everyone was telling you, and so a little news from the UK, I'm finally hearing of some friends and family that are being told to work from home, which is great news. So I'm sure that there'll be a slowdown of some kind in terms of the daily new cases in the UK. Well, I'm not sure because I'm not sure how extensive the testing is, but we'll find out. But I'm glad that people are starting to be able to work from home and hopefully isolate themselves. They should start closing down a lot of other non-essential businesses. Keep the supermarkets open, reassure people, I'll say it again, reassure people that the supermarkets will stay open and will be stocked, so people stop panicking. Until you do that, you're going to keep on seeing scenes like this.
Hand sanitizer seems to be empty. These are empty as well. Yeah, 6 per guest, but there's nothing.
You don't have to buy so much, take it easy, just relax.
Sticking with the UK news, Brits abroad. I'm not sure why the UK seems to be the least worried about this virus. I think it's probably because in the UK we haven't had anything like this for generations. You know, there's been generations of peacetime, you could say, where the rest of the world has had their conflicts and their viruses and their problems and their issues, but the UK has been pretty stable for the, you know, as long as I can remember, and probably my parents can't remember a time when the UK had problems, you know. So I think that's what it is. Even grandparents, only some who, you know, great grandparents maybe from the wartime, but after the wartime, maybe that's it. But since then, the UK has been really stable and peaceful. So I think that affects the way people think about these viruses. They think, it's probably just nothing because we're not used to this kind of stuff. We don't have that stuff here, so I'm not going to worry about it. But then if you compare that to China and Asia, China's always got some problem. So it's always got some kind of bird flu, pig flu, animal problem, people problem, air pollution, water pollution, all these problems in China. So people are just generally used to something going really wrong. And people are generally used to, if the government says, yeah, this is big, then people are just like, oh, okay, let's just, listen and do something. Whereas in the UK, we don't have that. People are just like, this is big. Sure it is. Like, yeah, okay. And then they're still going out to the parties and still going out on holiday and stuff like that. So it's a very, very different attitude. So I think that's part of the reason why Europe in general is really suffering this time. And the Spanish government is having a problem with Brits as well, because people in, I think it's Benidorm, were refusing to cooperate with the police because Spain has gone into lockdown now and people are supposed to be staying inside and only going out for essential stuff. But Brits abroad, they want to go to the party, want to go to the pool, want to go to the beach, and the police are having a big problem talking to the Brits about getting back to their apartments, back to their hotels and staying inside. Because if you've ever seen Brits abroad, then you'll know that's not an easy conversation to be having. Georgia. I got a comment yesterday in the video from someone, I think they're in Georgia, and they're saying that the coronavirus testing is nationwide and it's free, and they're having drive-through coronavirus testing, which I think is great. And that's something that all of the world should be trying to do now. I know it's not possible everywhere, but somewhere where people have access to cars, generally, I think drive-through is probably the safest way, because the potentially infected people can stay in their cars, get the test done, not infect everyone, not touch everything, they're just in their own car and have the test done, get the results. I'm not sure how long it takes these days, but I just think it's a lot cleaner that way. You're not having people crowding into hospitals or doctors' waiting rooms and stuff like that. Sit in your car, wait and get tested. So good on Georgia, and I hope that's an example that the rest of the world can follow. The coronavirus dog has died. I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago I mentioned that a dog had got infected by the coronavirus and they weren't sure whether it was just in the nose or whether it was like in the dog's system or whatever. But that dog has died. So that dog really did have the coronavirus and it has died. Yeah, your pets can get infected. We're not sure if the pets can transfer it to the people, but pets can get infected, dogs in particular, because we know that now, and they can die as a result. The WHO, who cares? Who cares? The WHO has said that Southeast Asia needs to take aggressive action in preventing the spread of the coronavirus, because apparently Southeast Asia now is getting a spike in new cases. So yeah, they're calling on Southeast Asia to get on with that and deal with that. Can we just cancel the WHO? Can we just cancel them? Why haven't they been cancelled yet? Why hasn't that guy been fired yet? And if you are someone who goes to Taiwan frequently, as of today, midnight today, I'm not sure if that was last night or tomorrow night, I should check that actually, get the date on the screen. They are blocking entry to all non-residents. So if you're not a resident of Taiwan and you want to go there, because it's probably one of the safest places, to be honest, they've got quite a low case rate. You should get there before midnight tonight. By the time you see this video, it's going to be too late. I'm sorry about that. But as of midnight tonight, they're blocking all entry. So don't plan any further trips to Taiwan in the near future until they announce that that block has been lifted. Iran now. They have released 85,000 prisoners. So that's the total. So before they'd released some as well, but now the number has gone up to 85,000. So I'm not sure exactly what that means. Temporarily released? What would you do if you were one of those prisoners, if you were temporarily released? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, if you know you're guilty of the crime, then maybe you'll just be like, fair enough, I'll go back in a couple of weeks. But if you're one of those people who was sent to prison sort of controversially because, you might have written an article that said you didn't like the leader or something like that, and then they said, hey, you're in prison for dissing the leader, then I would be looking to get into a different country right now. So temporarily releasing prisoners, I understand, to stop the spread of the virus within the prison system, but temporarily, huh? Are they tagged? How are you going to get them back? I don't understand how that works. You're going to have like 85,000 wanted posters around Iran in a couple months. If you are in Iran, or if you have any idea how temporarily freeing 85,000 prisoners actually works, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really curious how they're going to all go back. Are they all going to be so honest? Like, yep, I was one of those prisoners, I'm going to go back in a couple of weeks. Or is there some other system to bring them back into prison. Interesting. And finally, just want to talk about the economy. So there's a lot of talk right now, especially from Donald Trump, about the stock markets. The stock markets are crashing. Everything's going down, 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 down. And what does that actually mean, right? Companies are losing money, but are they? Because if you are someone who's into economics and you actually have a look at these companies that are, you know, losing value and going down, if you look, just take a good look at their books and find out how many stock buybacks they've had in the recent years, or how many bonuses they paid out to the executives and stuff like that, you start to feel a lot less sorry for them. Yes, they are employing a lot of people, but are they employing a lot of high paid people, or are they employing a lot of minimum wage people, you know? I'm not saying minimum wage people shouldn't have jobs, but what I'm saying is, compared to the profits that they've got, compared to how much they've lost in value, you know, they could take a bit of those profits and pay people and cushion themselves from their stock value losses, instead of over the last 5-10 years paying executives ridiculous amounts and buying back their own shares to drive up the price. Honestly, if you have a good look at some of these companies, they're not healthy in terms of, you know, their economics. They're not healthy. And they're getting bailouts now. What are the bailouts for? The bailouts are so the company can keep going. Yeah, okay. So the company can keep going so they can keep employing people. But actually, look at the amount of money that they're going to get as a bailout, and how much of that is actually going to these employees that they say, oh, if we don't have this money, we can't pay these employees. We need all this money to pay the executives and shareholders, like that much. And we're going to use this much to pay our minimum wage employees. It's the way the world works is a little stupid. I heard this quote just the other day, and it's like they privatize the profits. So when they make a massive profit, they keep it. This year we made 20 billion profit, ha ha, you know, keeping it and dishing it out to the shareholders, executives. Minimum wage people see nothing. Maybe they get like, you know, oh, you get a 3% bonus. You feel good? Right. So when they profit, they keep it. And when they lose money, they get the government to help them. So these shareholders and these execs never lose, never. When the company's going good, they make lots of money. When the company's about to fault, the government bails them out and they still make money. Oh, really annoys me. I think we should let these companies just go bust. Yes, temporarily there'll be a lot of people without jobs, but maybe when all these bubbles from these shareholders and these big companies, when they go bust, maybe it will bring back the local business, the small local business, and maybe people will have a chance because there are none of these massive globalized massive companies. It will just be lots and lots of small businesses everywhere, and maybe everyone will be better off. Everyone will be able to have their own little shop or their own little business or their own little thing and not have to worry about being undercut by Amazon or whatever. I don't know, I'm not anti-globalism, but I just hate this idea that when the companies make massive profits, they keep everything. They don't pay it in tax, they find ways to get around the taxes too. Yes, this company is in America, but it's like listed in some random island somewhere that this company doesn't even actually operate in, right? So they get all the profits, they keep it, buy their own shares to make the price of the shares go up, keep the profits, buy yachts, buy mansions and all this lot. Company loses money, the government bails them out, and then they get more money. I don't know, this cycle just drives me crazy. Let them go bust. And finally, I just want to talk about this picture. There's so many coronavirus memes. Some of them I can't share on here because they're not really appropriate, but there's so many coronavirus memes going around right now. And actually, they're quite funny, especially this one I saw. So I'll leave you with this to have a little laugh at the end of the video, and that's all. If you have anything else you want to add, leave it in the comments down below, let's talk. And I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.